Good afternoon, everyone. Sharice Jervis Hill here from Events to Remember. And I am so excited to welcome Miss Stacey Tompkins from Tompkins Excavating to Coffee with Cher. Stacey, so happy to have you here with us. Welcome to Coffee with Cher.
Could not be happier to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me. So excited.
All right. So before we kind of kick off the day, let's have a little coffee cheers since we're Coffee with Cher, a little coffee.
Cheers.
Cheers. All right. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Sharice Jervis Hill. I am a publicist, an event producer, and I own an event management and public relations firm called Events to Remember. I started Coffee with Cher a couple of years ago, really just to highlight and showcase local entrepreneurs that are really doing some amazing work. Stacey is someone who is kind of like a mentor for me. I don't even know if she knows that, but she really does serve in that role. I love her. She's such an incredible businesswoman. So I'm so happy to have her here to kind of tell us a little bit about her business. So Stacey, let's just jump right into it. So kind of tell us about your firm and how you got started.
Well, we are Tompkins Excavating, which started as Tompkins Landscaping many years ago when my husband started the business mowing lawns, and has evolved into a full service excavation company. And what that is full site development. I always say we're the first trade in on a project and the last trade out. So we're the first people in there, digging the foundations to paving the parking lot when you're finished at the end. So there's really quite a bit of work, and we have evolved over the years from the landscaping to just commercial, mostly just commercial work now.
I love seeing your trucks all over the road. It's like, and I know that you guys are working on Trader Joe's, which is like my favorite supermarket. So, I mean, those are the type of projects that you work on. I mean, you guys work on some really big stuff. So I love seeing those trucks all over the place.
And that's where we, like anything is marketing and having your name out there. So, we're out there because we're branded, and, we've redone our logo, and we're from a few years ago because we needed to change from landscaping to excavation, even though we were doing the excavation. So by the way of doing that is putting yourself out there and making sure everybody knows what you're doing without having to question it. So yeah. It's working.
No, definitely. I mean, you guys do a great job. And I know Mike, who's a friend of mine who does your PR, Mike is amazing, and he really does a great job. So awesome. Yes, I see you guys out there everywhere, which is a good thing.
Absolutely.
So Stacey, tell me how do you set yourself apart from your competition? I mean, it's a man's world out there in the excavating, construction landscape, and you are probably one of very few women in this industry. I know Mark is kind of on site, but you are really handling everything. Kind of, tell us how you set yourself apart.
Well, being a woman in this business, I try not to kind of focus on that, but you're right, it certainly is a challenge, and it has been a challenge over the years. But I feel like being presented as a company and what we are and what we stand for, we are a family business, so we have that piece of it as well. And really what stands us apart is really a couple of things, is really trying to make it a great place for people to want to work for us, because without the good people in the field or in the feet on the street, we say we're nobody, because we can't do all this work alone. Mm-hmm. What we deliver to our clients is what we said we were going to deliver. So, and we do the best that we can doing that, and really try to pride ourselves as being somebody that gets back to them, answers their questions, whether it's a homeowner or commercial work. Everybody needs to know that there's somebody available that they can speak to at all times. And really, over the years, we've have that reputation of the quality work that we do, not cutting the corners, and delivering the product that we had said that we were going to deliver. And and a lot of people do that. But we also, or finding our community work does help set things, the work. I always say, I don't care what you're doing, you're a nail salon, a pizzeria, excavation. Why does somebody want to hire or go to that particular person or business? There's reasons, personal tastes and flavors, and so how can we get set apart? Well, a lot of people do really want to work, even corporations or big businesses, they want to work with people that they'll trust and that are do-gooders and do well in the community. Not for everybody on those bigger firms, honestly. A lot of them, they don't care, but we care, and we feel good about doing it, waking up every day to go to work and to we've done a lot. I'm not going to sit here and list everything that we've done, but we try to really help. But I'll plug just came back from Tennessee, and we were awarded a Tompkins Excavating for achieving the Summit Community Engagement Certification. So it's a business organization with probably 100 companies, and you have to apply for this. And they haven't had a meeting in 2 years, obviously, because of COVID. So we just came back from Tennessee. So it was kind of a nice thing to be recognized outside of Putnam Valley, all the way out, in other parts of the country we plugged all the way through, even during COVID, trying to help.
That's amazing. I mean, I know about a lot of your community work just because I work with you on different projects and campaigns as well, like Support Connection. You're such a big advocate for Support Connection. And as I'm looking at your wall, kind of the background of our session, I see, the Business Council, where you received that award. I see that award. I see 914 Inc. in the upper corner. I mean, you are so very community minded, and I'm sure that is one of the pieces that really helps set you guys apart and contribute to your success. So Stacey, what is next for you? I mean, you've been rocking this company for so long, and I know that you're a mom and you have 3 amazing sons. Like, what is next for you, Stacey? What else do you have going on, or anything that any surprises under your belt that you want to share?
Surprises, yes. Well, amongst the boards that I serve on, which the Business Council, the Building Realty, Hudson Valley Chamber of Commerce, in my spare time, I decided to run for Putnam Valley Town Council in November. So I'm running for a board position on the local government. And everybody's asking me, well, really, why do you want to do that? Do you have time to do that? First question is, first thing I always say is, if you want something done, ask a busy person, because they seem to be able to get it done. And I feel that my business still needs a lot of work and a lot of attention, and we're certainly not coasting anytime soon. It's a fight every day to open the doors and go to work. But I feel at my point in my life of my kids being grown and they're starting to take over in the business, that I have some skills that maybe I could try in addition to what I'm doing, and channel some of that energy, so to speak, or some of my talents. I'm certainly not an expert of what's going on in the town right now, but it's a way to get involved and to try to make a difference, because that's really what it all is it feels good when you can try to make a difference. So November 2nd.
All right, that's awesome. And once again, another man's world that you're tapping into. So I am very big on girl power, for anyone who knows me. So I'm loving all of this. So Stacey, as we wrap up, I like to leave a tidbit of information for someone who is thinking about starting a business, or someone who recently started a business that's kind of having a hard time, because we know, as much as we love our businesses, it's not easy. It's a fight every single day, even when you're doing something that you love. So give me a little bit of info or a tidbit of information that can be helpful for someone starting out.
Well, I mean, I would say, be true to who you are, and not compromise on your values and really what you're setting out to do and what you stand for. And then another thing I always, in my business, or I mean, it could be in anything, is it's okay not to know the answer to something. It's okay. It's okay. And people see that as genuine, as opposed to BSing maybe your way through something and you see through. I've always, if I don't know something, I'll say it right out loud. So I think those two things are pretty important to, no matter what you're doing, but definitely if you're starting your own business, no matter what field it's in. So
Awesome. Good stuff. All right. So we're going to end it here because Stacey is super busy and I want to get her back to work. So Stacey, thank you so much for being here with us today. And looking forward to seeing how this political campaign goes. I'm sure it's going to go in your favor because you're awesome.
thank you. And thank you so much for having me. I always enjoy being with you and listening to you and watching you and your successes. Amazing.
Thank you.